This is my picture of the spectrum or the continuum of the disease of addiction. Addictive products like drugs, like alcohol, cigarettes, first of all, they're promoted. Nobody's going to use those unless somebody says, "Here, use these. These are great. You'd like this." Um, it goes to a point where someone is then using this product because any prevention messages have not gotten through to them. They haven't understood that this could be dangerous for me. If the disease of addiction then takes hold, and it does in a large enough percentage with all of these substances, then what's needed to cure that disease of addiction is treatment. And treatment requires intervention, usually, because addiction owns a person until something intervenes in that. And then a recovery process, and in reality, the recovery from most addictive diseases is a lifetime recovery. It's not like it happens and you're going to be better next year and you're going to be declared okay and then you can go back to your old ways. It doesn't happen, it's lifetime. And we hear people say now, I'm in long-term recovery. That's how they identify themselves. My purpose in doing the work that I do is I work a lot in the prevention arena, but I'd like to focus more on promotion. Why do we promote these substances in the first place? Why don't we as a nation, as parents, as responsible people, say to these industries, okay, understood, people want to use your products, let them use your products, but you're going to have to do it without promoting it because it is just too dangerous. You send too many people into this danger area where they get stuck in here. Too many people that get into recovery then relapse. Relapsing is a part of the disease of addiction for so many people. Relapse over and over and over again, and they move from here to here to here to here. What if we could stop people here? What if we could change this drug culture here and start saying to our legislators, to our government, to these industries, we're not going to stand for your promotion anymore. Personally, and I know I reach for the farthest end of this, personally I'd like to see no pharmaceutical drugs advertised on TV. I'd like to see that stopped. I don't think people should be hearing a TV ad and then diagnosing themselves and then going shopping around for a doctor to give them a drug that they heard about on TV. I just don't think that's good practice. I don't think kids should be able to go on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and everywhere and see marijuana ads on there. And they're not supposed to be on there, but they're on there. The dark web has things. I mean, there are ways. I think we should make that illegal, and I think we should have enormous fines for people that advertise illegally, and all those fines go into prevention work so that we spend, as a nation, as a people, much, much more time on this end of this continuum. That's just a thought bubbling in my mind, and I'm wondering, how can I go about doing this? How can I give this idea to my legislators and say, can you create some legislation to stop this promotion of these things? Especially marijuana, the marijuana ads. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how lacking in taste they are and how directed they are at young people. It's just immoral. We should be better than this. We learned a lot from the tobacco industry, where they did outrageous things with their Joe Camel and such. My father died of lung cancer, and he said, I have lung cancer because I was addicted to cigarettes because I was in the U.S. Army. I served in World War II, and they gave us free cigarettes. Good marketing technique on their part. You know, they got us all addicted, and we had a whole generation of people that smoked to the point that they killed themselves with lung cancer. We learned a lot in the tobacco industry. Well, they like to say that they voluntarily stopped advertising. It really wasn't as voluntary as that, but the tobacco industry does not overtly advertise any longer, and I think the marijuana industry needs to do the same thing for us as people, as a public service public health initiative. Marijuana industry needs to say, okay, we agree it's dangerous to advertise. We're attracting young smokers, and I won't even go into vaping. That's a whole nother subject, and it's just such an example of how this has gotten so bad with this generation coming up, getting addicted so fast, and being able to use these products, tobacco and marijuana, without detection. And their school resource officers are telling us now that kids are stoned all day long in school. Kids, little kids. Because it's not detectable anymore. And the devices that are being sold and advertised, you can find advertisements all over. I was in Boulder, Colorado last summer, where on the street is a tourist magazine. Kids can pick that up. It's on the street. It's for anybody. And in there are all the marijuana ads for kids. That's just, we should be better than that. The marijuana industry should be better than that. The tobacco industry should be better than that with their vapes and advertising vape cartridges and vape devices and making them child-friendly. Thank you for listening to me.